Hey everybody, welcome back to Yehusha's Glory. We are in chapter 81 of Jasher in the Sefer. Chapter 81, it's on page 451. I just counted up the pages. We have about, I think, 17 more pages to go, roughly. 17 or 19. We're going to start right away. Here we go. And the children of Israel journeyed from Ramchek to Kukut, about 600,000 men on foot, besides the little ones and their women. Also a mixed multitude went up with them, and flocks and herds, even much cattle. And the sojourning of the children of Israel who dwelt in the land of Mitzrayim in hard labor was 210 years. And at the end of the 210 years, Yahuwah brought forth the children of Israel from Mitzrayim with a strong hand. And the children of Israel traveled from Mitzrayim, and from Goshen, and from Ramchek, and encamped in Kukot on the 15th day of the first month. And the Mitzrayim buried all their firstborn, whom Yahuwah had smitten. And all the Mitzrayim buried their slain for 3 days. And the children of Israel traveled from Kukot, and encamped in Etham, at the end of the wilderness. And on the third day after the Mitzrayim had buried their firstborn, many men rose up from Mitzrayim and went after Israel to make them return to Mitzrayim, for they repented that they had sent Israel away from their servitude. And one man said to his neighbor, "Surely Moshe and Aaron spoke to Pharaoh, saying, 'We will go a 3 days' journey in the wilderness and sacrifice to Yahuwah Eloheinu. Now, therefore let us rise up early in the morning, and cause them to return, and it shall be that if they return with us to Mitzrayim to their masters, then shall we know that there is faith in them. But if they will not return, then will we fight with them, and make them come back with great power and a strong hand.' And all the nobles of Pharaoh rose up in the morning, and with them about 700,000 men. And they went forth from Mitzrayim on that day, and came to the place where the children of Israel were, and all the Mitzrayim saw, and behold, Moshe and Aaron and all the children of Israel were sitting before Pi Hahiroth, eating and drinking and celebrating the feast of Yahuwah. And all the Mitzrayim said to the children of Israel, 'Surely you said, we will go a journey for 3 days in the wilderness and sacrifice to our Elohim and return. Now therefore, this day makes 5 days since you went. Why do you not return to your masters?' And Moshe and Aaron answered them, saying, 'Because Yahuwah Eloheinu has testified in us, saying, you shall no more return to Mitzrayim, but we will betake ourselves to a land flowing with milk and honey, as Yahuwah Eloheinu had sworn to our ancestors to give to us.' And when the nobles of Mitzrayim saw that the children of Israel did not hearken to them to return to Mitzrayim, they girded themselves to fight with Israel. And Yahuwah strengthened the hearts of the children of Israel over the Mitzrayim, that they gave them a severe beating. And the battle was sore upon the Mitzrayim, and all the Mitzrayim fled from before the children of Israel. For many of them perished by the hand of Israel. And the nobles of Pharaoh went to Mitzrayim and told Pharaoh, saying, 'The children of Israel have fled, and will no more return to Mitzrayim. And in this manner did Moshe and Aaron speak to us.' And Pharaoh heard this thing, and his heart and the hearts of all his subjects were turned against Israel. And they repented that they had sent Israel, and all the Mitzrayim had advised Pharaoh to pursue the children of Israel to make them come back to their burdens. And they said, each man to his brother, 'What is this which we have done, that we have sent Israel from our servitude?' And Yahuwah strengthened the hearts of all the Mitzrayim to pursue Israel, for Yahuwah desired to overthrow the Mitzrayim in the Red Sea. And Pharaoh rose up and harnessed his chariot, and he ordered all the Mitzrayim to assemble. Not one man was left, excepting the little ones and the women. And all the Mitzrayim went forth with Pharaoh to pursue the children of Israel. And the camp of Mitzrayim was an exceedingly large and heavy camp, about 100,000 men. And the whole of this camp went and pursued the children of Israel to bring them back to Mitzrayim, and they reached them encamping by the Red Sea. And the children of Israel lifted up their eyes and beheld all the Mitzrayim pursuing them, And the children of Israel were greatly terrified at them. And the children of Israel cried to Yahuwah. And on account of the Mitzrayim, the children of Israel divided themselves into 4 divisions, and they were divided in their opinions, for they were afraid of the Mitzrayim, and Moshe spoke to each of them. The first division was of the children of Reuben, Shimon, Issachar, and they resolved to cast themselves into the sea, for they were exceedingly afraid of the Mitzrayim. And Moshe said to them, "Fear not, stand still and see the Yeshua of Yahuwah, which he will effect this day for you." The second division was of the children of Zebulun, Benjamin, and Naphtali, and they resolved to go back to Mitzrayim with the Mitzrayim. And Moshe said to them, "Fear not, for as you have seen the Mitzrayim this day, so shall you see them no more forever." The third division was of the children of Yehuda and Joseph, and they resolved to go meet the Mitzrayim to fight with them. And Moshe said to them, "Stand in your places, for Yahuwah will fight for you, and you shall remain silent." And the fourth division was of the children of Levi, Gad, and Asher, and they resolved to go into the midst of the Mitzrayim to confound them. And Moshe said to them, "Remain in your stations and fear not, only call unto Yahuwah, that he may save you out of their hands." After this, Moshe rose up from amidst the people, and he prayed to Yahuwah and said, "O Yahuwah Elohim of the whole earth, save now your people whom you did bring forth from Mitzrayim, and let not the Mitzrayim boast that power and might are theirs." So Yahuwah said to Moshe, "Why do you cry unto me? Speak to the children of Israel that they shall proceed, and do you stretch out your rod upon the sea and divide it, and the children of Israel shall pass through it." And Moshe did so, and he lifted up his rod upon the sea and divided it. And the waters of the sea were divided into 12 parts. And the children of Israel passed through on foot with shoes, as a man would pass through a prepared road. And Yahuwah manifested to the children of Israel his wonders in Mitzrayim and in the sea by the hand of Moshe and Aaron. And when the children of Israel had entered the sea, the Mitzrayim came after them, and the waters of the sea resumed upon them, and they all sank in the water, and not one man was left, excepting Pharaoh, who gave thanks to Yahuwah and believed in him. Therefore Yahuwah did not cause him to perish at that time with the Mitzrayim. And Yahuwah ordered an angel to take him from amongst the Mitzrayim, who cast him upon the land of Nineveh, and he reigned over it for a long time. And on that day Yahuwah saved Israel from the hand of Mitzrayim, and all the children of Israel saw that the Mitzrayim had perished, and they beheld the great hand of Yahuwah in what he had performed in Mitzrayim and in the sea. Then sang Moshe and the children of Israel this song unto Yahuwah on the day when Yahuwah caused the Mitzrayim to fall before them. And all Israel sang in concert, saying, "I will sing to Yahuwah, for he is greatly exalted. The horse and his rider has he cast into the sea. Behold, it is written in the Sefer of the Torah of Elohim." After this, the children of Israel proceeded on their journey and encamped in Marah. And Yahuwah gave to the children of Israel commandments and judgments in that place, in Marah. And Yahuwah commanded the children of Israel to walk in all his ways and to serve him. And they journeyed from Marah and came to Elim. And in Elim were 12 springs of water and 70 date trees. And the children encamped there by the waters. And they journeyed from Elim and came to the wilderness of Sin on the 15th day of the second month after their departure from Mitzrayim. At that time, Yahuwah gave the manna to the children of Israel to eat, and Yahuwah caused food to rain from heaven for the children of Israel day by day. And the children of Israel ate the manna for 40 years, all the days that they were in the wilderness, until they came to the land of Canaan to possess it. And they proceeded from the wilderness of Sin and encamped in Alush. And they proceeded from Elushan and camped in Rephidim. And when the children of Israel were in Rephidim, Amalek, the son of Eliphaz, the son of Esau, the brother of Sepho, came to fight with Israel. And he brought with him 801,000 men, magicians and conjurers, and he prepared for battle with Israel in Rephidim. And they carried on a great and severe battle against Israel, and Yahuwah delivered Amalek and his people into the hands of Moshe and the children of Israel, and into the hand of Yehusha, the son of Nun the Ephratite, the servant of Moshe. And the children of Israel smote Amalek and his people at the edge of the sword, but the battle was very sore upon the children of Israel. And Yahuwah said to Moshe, "Write this thing as a memorial for you in a sefer, and place it in the hand of Yehusha, the son of Nun, your servant, and you shall command the children of Israel, saying, when you shall come to the land of Canaan, you shall utterly efface the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven." And Moshe did so, and he took the sefer and wrote upon it these words, saying, "Remember what Amalek has done to you in the road when you went forth from Mitzrayim, who met you in the road and smote your rear, even those that were feeble behind you, when you were faint and weary. Therefore it shall be, when Yahuwah Elohika shall have given you rest from all your enemies round about in the land which Yahuwah Elohika gives you for an inheritance to possess it, then you shall blot out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven, you shall not forget it. And the king who shall have pity on Amalek, or upon his memory, or upon his seed, behold, I will require it of him, and I will cut him off from amongst his people." And Moshe wrote all these things in a sefer, and he enjoined the children of Israel respecting all these matters. Chapter 82. And the children of Israel proceeded from Rephidim, and they encamped in the wilderness of Sinai in the 3rd month from their going forth from Mitzrayim. At that time came Reuel the Midianite, the father-in-law of Moshe, with Zipporah his daughter and her 2 sons, for he had heard of the wonders of Yahuwah, which he had done to Israel, that he had delivered them from the hand of Mitzrayim. And Reuel came to Moshe in the wilderness where he was encamped, where was the mountain of Elohim. And Moshe went forth to meet his father-in-law with great honor, and all Israel was with him. And Reuel and his father remained amongst Israel for many days. And Reuel knew Yahuwah from that day forward. And in the 3rd month, from the children of Israel's departure from Mitzrayim, on the 6th day thereof, Yahuwah gave to Israel the 10 Devarim on Mount Sinai. And all Israel heard all these commandments, and all Israel rejoiced exceedingly in Yahuwah on that day. And the glory of Yahuwah rested upon Mount Sinai, and he called to Moshe, and Moshe came in the midst of a cloud, and ascended the mountain. And Moshe was upon the mountain 40 days and 40 nights. He ate no bread and drank no water, and Yahuwah instructed him in the commandments and judgments in order to teach the children of Israel. And Yahuwah wrote the 10 Devarim which he had commanded the children of Israel upon 2 sapphire stones, which he gave to Moshe to command the children of Israel. And at the end of 40 days and 40 nights, when Yahuwah had finished speaking to Moshe on Mount Sinai, then Yahuwah gave to Moshe the sapphire stones, written with the finger of Elohim. And when the children of Israel saw that Moshe tarried to come down from the mount, they gathered around Aaron and said, "As for this man Moshe, we know not what has become of him. Now therefore, rise up, make unto us an Elohim who shall go before us, so that you shall not die." And Aaron was greatly afraid of the people, and he ordered them to bring him gold, and he made it into a molten calf for the people. And Yahuwah said to Moshe before he had come down from the mount, "Get you down, for your people whom you did bring forth from Mitzrayim have corrupted themselves. They have made to themselves a molten calf, and have bowed down to it. Now, therefore, leave me, that I may consume them from off the earth, for they are a stiff-necked people. And Moshe sought the countenance of Yahuwah, and he prayed to Yahuwah for the people on account of the calf which they had made. And he afterward descended from the mount, and in his hands were the two sapphire stones which Elohim had given him to command Israel. When Moshe approached the camp and saw the calf which the people had made, the anger of Moshe was kindled, and he broke the tablets under the mount. And Moshe came to the camp, and he took the calf and burned it with fire, and ground it till it became fine dust, and strewed it upon the water, and gave it to Israel to drink. And there died of the people by the swords of each other about 3,000 men who had made the calf. And on the morrow Moshe said to the people, I will go up to Yahuwah, peradventure I make atonement for your sins, which you have sinned to Yahuwah. And Moshe again went up to Yahuwah, and he remained with Yahuwah 40 days and 40 nights. And during the 40 days did Moshe entreat Yahuwah in behalf of the children of Israel, and Yahuwah hearkened to the prayer of Moshe, and Yahuwah was entreated of him in behalf of Israel. Then spoke Yahuwah to Moshe to hew 2 stone tablets, and to bring them up to Yahuwah, who would write upon them the 10 Devarim. Now Moshe did so, and he came down and hewed the 2 tablets, and went up to Mount Sinai to Yahuwah, and Yahuwah wrote the 10 Devarim upon the tablets, and Moshe remained yet with Yahuwah 40 days and 40 nights, and Yahuwah instructed him in commandments and judgment to impart to Israel. And Yahuwah commanded him, respecting the children of Israel, that they should make a sanctuary for Yahuwah, that his name might rest therein. And Yahuwah showed him the likeness of the sanctuary, and the likeness of all its vessels. And at the end of the 40 days Moshe came down from the mount, and the 2 tablets were in his hand. And Moshe came to the children of Israel, and spoke to them all the words of Yahuwah. And he taught them Torah, commandments, and judgments, which Yahuwah had taught him. And Moshe told the children of Israel the word of Yahuwah, that a sanctuary should be made for him, to dwell amongst the children of Israel. And the people rejoiced greatly at all the good things, at all the good which Yahuwah had spoken to them through Moshe. And they said, we will do all that Yahuwah has spoken to you. And the people rose up like one man, and they made generous offerings to the sanctuary of Yahuwah, and each man brought the offering of Yahuwah for the work of the sanctuary and for all its service. And all the children of Israel brought each man of all that was found in his possession for the work of the sanctuary of Yahuwah, gold, silver, and brass, and everything that was serviceable for the sanctuary. And all the wise men who were practiced in work came and made the sanctuary of Yahuwah according to all that Yahuwah had commanded. Every man in the work in which he had been practiced, and all the wise men in heart made the sanctuary and its furniture and all the vessels for the holy service, as Yahuwah had commanded Moshe. And the work of the sanctuary of the tabernacle was completed at the end of 5 months. And the children of Israel did all that Yahuwah had commanded Moshe, and they brought the sanctuary and all its furniture to Moshe, like unto the representation which Yahuwah had shown to Moshe, so did the children of Israel. And Moshe saw the work, and behold, they did it as Yahuwah had commanded him. So Moshe blessed them. Okay, we're moving on to chapter 83, page 455. And in the 12th month, in the 23rd day of the month, Moshe took Aaron and his sons, and he dressed them in their garments and anointed them, and did unto them as Yahuwah had commanded him. And Moshe brought up all the offerings which Yahuwah had on that day commanded him. Moshe afterward took Aaron and his sons and said to them, for 7 days you shall remain at the door of the tabernacle, for thus am I commanded. And Aaron and his sons did all that Yahuwah had commanded them through Moshe, and they remained for 7 days at the door of the tabernacle. And on the 8th day, being the first day of the first month, in the 2nd year from Israel's departure from Mitzrayim, Moshe erected the sanctuary, and Moshe put up all the furniture of the tabernacle and all the furniture of the sanctuary, and he did all that Yahuwah had commanded him. And Moshe called to Aaron and his sons, and they brought the burnt offering and the sin offering for themselves and to the children of Israel, as Yahuwah had commanded Moshe. On that day, the 2 sons of Aaron, Nadav and Avihu, took strange fire and brought it before Yahuwah, who had not commanded them. And a fire went forth from before Yahuwah and consumed them, and they died before Yahuwah on that day. Then on the day when Moshe had completed to erect the sanctuary, the princes of the children of Israel began to bring their offerings before Yahuwah for the dedication of the altar, and they brought up their offerings, each prince for 1 day, a prince each day for 12 days, and all the offerings which they brought, each man in his day, 1 silver charger, weighing 130 shekels, 1 silver bowl of 70 shekels after the shekel of the sanctuary, both of them full of fine flour, mingled with oil, for a meat offering, 1 spoon, weighing 10 shekels of gold, full of incense, 1 young bullock, 1 ram, 1 lamb of the first year for their burnt offering, and 1 kid of the goats for a sin offering. And for a sacrifice of peace offering, 2 oxen, 5 rams, 5 he-goats, 5 lambs of a year old. Thus did the 12 princes of Israel day by day, each man in his day. And it was after this, in the 13th day of the month, that Moshe commanded the children of Israel to observe the Pekach in its season, in the 14th day of the month, as Yahuwah had commanded Moshe. So did the children of Israel, and in the 2nd month, on the 1st day thereof, Yahuwah spoke unto Moshe, saying, Number the heads of all the males of the children of Israel from 20 years old and upward, you and your brother Aaron, and the 12 princes of Israel. And Moshe did so, and Aaron came with the 12 princes of Israel, and they numbered the children of Israel in the wilderness of Sinai. And the numbers of the children of Israel by the houses of their fathers from 20 years old and upward were 603,550. But the children of Levi were not numbered amongst their brethren, the children of Israel. And the number of all the males of the children of Israel from 1 month old and upward was 22,273. And the number of the children of Levi from 1 month old and above was 22,000. And Moshe placed the priests and the Leviim, each man to his service and to his burden, to serve the sanctuary of the tabernacle, as Yahuwah had commanded Moshe. And on the 20th day of the month, the cloud was taken away from the tabernacle of testimony. At that time, the children of Israel continued their journey from the wilderness of Sinai, and they took a journey of 3 days, and the cloud rested upon the wilderness of Paran. There the anger of Yahuwah was kindled against Israel, for they had provoked Yahuwah in asking him for meat, that they might eat. And Yahuwah hearkened to their voice, and gave them meat, which they ate for 1 month. But after this, the anger of Yahuwah was kindled against them, and he smote them with a great slaughter, and they were buried there in that place. Excuse me. And the children of Israel called that place Kivrat Hattava, because there they buried the people that lusted flesh. And they departed from Kivrat Hattava and pitched in Chatzeroth, which is in the wilderness of Paran. And while the children of Israel were in Chatzeroth, the anger of Yahuwah was kindled against Miriam. Was kindled against Miriam on account of Moshe, and she became leprous, white as snow, and she was confined without the camp for 7 days, until she had been received again after her leprosy. The children of Israel afterward departed from Cheseroth and pitched in the end of the wilderness of Paran. At that time, Yahuwah spoke to Moshe to send 12 men from the children of Israel, one man to a tribe, to go and explore the land of Canaan. And Moshe sent the 12 men, and they came to the land of Canaan to search and examine it, and they explored the whole land from the wilderness of Sin to Rechoth, as you come to Chamath. And at the end of 40 days they came to Moshe and Aaron, and they brought him word as it was in their hearts, and 10 of the men brought up an evil report to the children of Israel of the land which they had explored, saying, "It is better for us to return to Mitzrayim than go to this land, a land that consumes its inhabitants." But Yehusha, the son of Nun, and Caleb, the son of Jephunneh, who were of those that explored the land, said, "The land is exceedingly good. If Yahuwah delight in us, then he will bring us to this land and give it to us, for it is a land flowing with milk and honey." But the children of Israel would not hearken to them, and they hearkened to the words of the 10 men who had brought up an evil report of the land. And Yahuwah heard the murmurings of the children of Israel, and he was angry and sore. He was angry and swore, saying, "Surely not one man of this wicked generation shall see the land from 20 years old and upward, excepting Caleb the son of Jephunneh and Yehusha the son of Nun. But surely this wicked generation shall perish in this wilderness, and their children shall come to the land, and they shall possess it." So the anger of Yahuwah was kindled against Israel, and he made them wander in the wilderness for 40 years, until the end of that wicked generation, because they did not follow Yahuwah. And the people dwelt in the wilderness of Paran a long time, and they afterward proceeded to the wilderness by the way of the Red Sea. Now we're moving on to chapter 84. We're on page 456. At that time, Korach, the son of Yetzer, the son of Kohath, the son of Levi, took many men of the children of Israel, and they rose up and quarreled with Moshe and Aaron and the whole assembly. And Yahuwah was angry with them, and the earth opened its mouth and swallowed them up with their houses and all belongings to them, and all the men belonging to Korach. And after this, Elohim made the people go round by the way of Mount Seir for a long time. At that time, Yahuwah said to Moshe, "Provoke not a war against the children of Esau, for I will not give to you of anything belonging to them as much as the sole of the foot could tread upon them, for I have given Mount Seir for an inheritance to Esau." Therefore did the children of Esau fight against the children of Seir in former times, and Yahuwah had delivered the children of Seir into the hands of the children of Esau and destroyed them from before them, and the children of Esau dwelt in their stead unto this day. Therefore Yahuwah said to the children of Israel, "Fight not against the children of Esau your brethren, for nothing in their land belongs to you, but you may buy food of them for money and eat it, and you may buy water of them for money and drink it." And the children of Israel did according to the word of Yahuwah, and the children of Israel were about the wilderness, going round by the way of Mount Sinai for a long time, and they touched not the children of Esau, and they continued in that district for 19 years. At that time died Latinus, king of the children of Kittaim, in the 45th year of his reign, which is the 14th year of the children of Israel's departure from Mitzrayim. And they buried him in his place which he had built for himself in the land of Kittaim. And Abimnus reigned in his place for 38 years. And the children of Israel passed the boundary of the children of Esau in those days at the end of 19 years, and they came and passed the road of the wilderness of Moab. And Yahuwah said to Moshe, "Besiege not Moab, and do not fight against them, for I will give you nothing of their land. And the children of Israel passed the road of the wilderness of Moab for 19 years, and they did not fight against them. And in the 36th year of the children of Israel's departing from Mitzrayim, Yahuwah smote the heart of Sihon, king of the Amorim, and he waged war and went forth to fight against the children of Moab. And Sihon sent messengers to Beor, the son of Jannes, the son of Bilam, and counselor to the king of Mitzrayim, and to Bilam his son, to curse Moab in order that it might be delivered into the hand of Sihon. And the messengers went and brought Beor, the son of Jannes, and Bilam his son, from Pethor and Aram in Aram Naharaim. So Beor and Bilam his son came to the city of Sihon, and they cursed Moab and their king in the presence of Sihon, king of the Amorim. So Sihon went out with his whole army, and he went to Moab and fought against them, and he subdued them. And Yahuwah delivered them into his hands, and Sihon slew the king of Moab. And Sihon took all the cities of Moab in the battle, and he also took Cheshbon from them, for Cheshbon was one of the cities of Moab, and Sihon placed his princes and his nobles in Cheshbon. And Cheshbon belonged to Sihon in those days. Therefore the parable speakers, Beor and Bilam his son, uttered these words, saying, Come unto Cheshbon, the city of Sihon, will be built and established. Woe unto you, Moab! You are lost, O people of Chemosh. Behold, it is written upon the Sefer of the Torah of Elohim. And when Sihon had conquered Moab, he placed guards in the cities which he had taken from Moab, and a considerable number of the children of Moab fell in battle into the hand of Sihon, and he made a great capture of them, sons and daughters, and he slew their king. So Sihon turned back to his own land, and Sihon gave numerous presents of silver and gold to Beor and Bilam his son, and he dismissed them, and they went to Aram Naharaim, to their home and country. At that time all the children of Israel passed from the road of the wilderness of Moab and returned and surrounded the wilderness of Edom. So the whole assembly came to the wilderness of Sin in the first month of the 40th year from their departure from Mitzrayim, and the children of Israel dwelt there in Kadesh of the wilderness of Sin. And Miriam died there, and she was buried there. At that time Moshe sent messengers to Hadad, king of Edom, saying, Thus says your brother Israel, Let me pass, I pray you, through your land. We will not pass through field or vineyard. We will not drink the water of the well. We will walk in the king's road. And Edom said to him, You shall not pass through my country. And Edom went forth to meet the children of Israel with a mighty people. And the children of Esau refused to let the children of Israel pass through their land. So Israel removed from them and fought not against them. For before this, Yahuwah had commanded the children of Israel, saying, You shall not fight against the children of Esau. Therefore Israel removed from them, and did not fight against them. So the children of Israel departed from Kadesh, and all the people came to Mount Hor. At that time Yahuwah said to Moshe, Tell your brother Aaron that he shall die there, for he shall not come to the land which I have given to the children of Israel. And Aaron went up at the command of Yahuwah to Mount Hor in the 40th year, in the 5th month, in the 1st day of the month. And Aaron was 123 years old when he died in Mount Hor. And we go on to chapter 85.